Hello everyone, welcome to the program Political Panorama live on URTV. My name is Hon Olayinka from Abuja. My guest on the program tonight is leading candidate of Action Alliance AA in person of Honorable Olayinka Braimoh. You are welcome to the program.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Briefly, most of the time if we're going into the program like this, it gives me joy anytime I see a young man of this age sticking out his neck to vie for the number one position of my state where I come from. But this program today is going to be a special one in the sense that we are going to co-switch and co-mix. We are going to use both the local language and some of our listeners at home that might not understand English from this program. So quickly, give me a little time. Let me do a background introduction of what we are going to do to my local audience at home.
Okay. All right. It's okay.
So that this is going to be a multilingual program.
Thank you.
Unity Radio and Television. And the community can call a mini Chuneka, Motokulobia, Madagoja, Marule, and the Bani Olayinka Braimoh. Ujijabi Loki Adago, Kiruleja, Gojimushi, Yet Madoki Action Alliance, AA, Umako and Kitchen Kai, Lukaki, Aka, Aleneupe, Aka Ligala, Kidaleme, the Gewa, Kudabubu, Kumbu, Aleneu, Cape, Takaka Ligala. My brother, having done this introduction to the audience at home, you are aspiring for the governor of Kogi State. How prepared are you for this race?
Oh, thank you. You talk about preparation. I will talk about the fact that I have a clear vision, understanding the problems of the state, and having the solution to the problems. Primary problem that we have in the state is poverty. And this poverty is largely driven by the fact that we don't have enough money in circulation. So we're talking about preparedness is the fact that I understand the problem and I have the solution to the problem of the state, which is wealth creation to resolve the poverty problem.
Listen, brief, all inclusive and conclusive.
Yeah.
But again, have you participated in politics? Is this your first time in politics or you participated before?
Well, this is my first time in politics. I have not participated in politics prior to now.
Then, to prefer solution to a problem, you must have a practical knowledge of the problem, apart from what you've read on the book, what you've seen, that you are new in politics, coming for the first time, and at this very critical time. Do you think you can play the game?
Okay, I wouldn't know what makes this a critical time, but one thing I know is the fact that I understand that our problem is poverty, and because poverty is a problem, we must drive in cash flow into our economy to resolve the poverty problem. Driving in cash flow into our economy means that we have to exchange product or service for money to come in to our economy. So when you analyze product and service, so we have designed the STAT, STAT. That is S for solid minerals, T for tourism, A for agriculture, and then the last T for trade, to turn Kogi State to a trade center. Now the whole idea of this is all to drive in cash flow into our economy through products, through services, to drive in the necessary cash flow that we need into our economy. I'm going to run you through all of the details of the how-to. Now, this is what to do. What to do is driving cash flow. The how-to, I will run you through that shortly.
Thank you. I love this. It sounds very interesting. If it can be implemented, I think it's wonderful. But one other thing again that I want to look at, if you understand the political terrain of Kogi State, we seem to be divided. No, not officially, but somewhat divided along tribal line. You hear people talking about the central, the west, the east, and all of that. Each time they talk about politics. Do you have enough connection across these three regions? If you come to Kogi East, if go back to Kogi Central. You are from the west.
West, yes.
But talking about the central
And the east.
do you have extension and enough connection there to run the election?
Yes, I do, because I represent the bridge between the young, the Gen Zs, the younger generation, and then the older generation, across board. I represent the bridge again, you know, in terms of the very knowledgeable and not so knowledgeable, you know, to be able to communicate in between those groups. I represent the bridge because I represent one power shift that is from poverty to prosperity for our people.
It's okay. Then one other thing, for you to, it's good that you have all this program and plan for the state. But again, you need to win the election for you to implement those things. Your party, AA, seems to be new compared to PDP that have ruled the state before and APC that is ruling now. Your party seems to be new to the state. Do you think you have enough time to sell the party well enough to win election for you?
There's been a gradual build-up. I don't like to give airtime to other parties. There's been a gradual build-up of Action Alliance, and with this gradual build-up, right now, this is another avenue for some other people to get to know about the party. So with this gradual build-up, we are almost there, you know. So in no time, we have enough time to be able to go around the entire state and to sell the vision of the candidate and of the party across board.
All right, then I have a place that has always touched my heart and get my attention focused each time I talk about politics, the youth constituency. You realize that the future of every nation lies on the youth. Even the driving force that push all the political activities lies with the youth. If you become the governor of the Kogi State, what is your plan for the youth?
When I become the governor, what I will do is very simple. We are dealing with issues from the root. And when we're saying we're dealing with issues from the root, the fundamental problem why in every community you get to in Kogi State today, you have a whole lot of youth, graduates, skilled men, sitting at home with their energy wasting away. So what do we intend to do? Because when we're driving cash flow into the economy, that is the foundation problem. The foundation. We want to deal with these issues from the foundation. Once you have enough money in our economy, in circulation, there will be jobs for our youth. A lot of them will be gainfully employed. And a lot of them will be able to start up their businesses. Because you must create supply of funds first, before the services can be provided, where people will spend the money. So these will take our youth off the street, just by creating money in the economy, driving in cash flow into our economy. Like in tourism, for instance, from my STAT. Tourism is able to drive in about ₦1 trillion cash flow into our economy annually. We have a goal of achieving 2 million visitors into Kogi State annually in the next 3 to 4 years. When we achieve this, if 2 million people spend 100,000 naira while in our state, you know the implication of that?
The trickle down effect.
That's about 200 billion naira cash inflow into our economy.
Wow, from tourism alone.
No, just, yes, from tourism. Now, if they spend an average of 5 nights in Kogi State, multiplied by 2 million, that's about 10 million nights of hotel sales. 10 million nights of hotel sales at an average of 100,000 naira, that will be 1 trillion naira cash inflow into our economy. What are we talking about? We're talking about employment. Now, at 20% hotel sales tax, IGR on that will be about 200 billion naira for the state government.
Wow.
And in terms of agriculture, of course, the first thing we need to do is land administration. When we do land administration, to ensure our land are properly surveyed and titled, so what I do is I give you a COO. What I've done for you is I've created instrument for funding. So when you create instrument for funding for people, you are able to drive in cash flow because they're able to have access to money to do business. What's happening all over the place is people lobby to even get their CFOs, for God's sake. Giving CFO is that you are creating instrument for funding for your people to be able to drive in cash flow into the economy. Okay? So, in agriculture, for you to run a successful agricultural policy, you must carry out effective and efficient land administration. When we're done with land administration, in agriculture,
that will ensure proper allocation.
Proper documentation.
And once it is properly documented, it can be a collateral for
Exactly. So what you're doing is that you're creating instrument for funding. So end to end, regenerative agriculture, for instance, can take a household out of poverty in 24 to 36 months. Regenerative agriculture. No chemical needed, no fertilizer needed. All we need is just to close the knowledge gap for our people. And through regenerative agriculture, 1 hectare of land will take a household out of poverty in 24 to 36 months. That's one. And then 6 members of the household will be gainfully employed on the 1 hectare.
In the form of cooperative society?
Not necessarily. Okay? Which means that in 24 to 36 months, they will be out of poverty for life. Because 1 hectare can generate as much as 37 tons of food through regenerative agriculture annually. We don't have business with poverty. All we need is visionary leadership. And that's what I'm offering.
Thank you. One last time before we run the program up. Kogi is a transit state that links, there is a federal capital territory and several other axes. By extension, the implication of this connectivity with other states have prone Kogi to a lot of security challenges. If you become the god, what do you think you can do to ensure a lasting peace in the state?
I'll tell you. What I become?
Security plan for the state.
I'll tell you. There's a nexus between security and prosperity and security.
I agree with you.
Where there's prosperity, there will be security. Why you have insecurity problems is because there's poverty. Now, by virtue of our geographical location, okay, we are surrounded by 10 states with a combined population of about 56 million people.
That's right.
Yeah. So when you drive prosperity, do you know with regenerative agriculture, we can use that to resolve the herders and farmers problem.
Okay.
Just closing the knowledge gap. Because with regenerative agriculture, the herders, the primary problem is a resource problem. They're looking for food for their herds and water for their herds. When we close the knowledge gap for them, what they achieve, the amount of kg they achieve per cow in 4 years, with that knowledge gap being closed for like a Sokoto Gudali, you'll be able to close that and be able to achieve that in 2 years instead of 4 years. Now, when you see a profitable venture, won't you want to embrace that?
Definitely everybody will.
So the problem is visionary leadership.
Okay.
So in terms of security,
I seem to be leaving my people behind.
Okay, all right. Okay, so please go ahead.
Let me update them.
Please go ahead. Go ahead, please.
Tourism chamuno do kuma kui adobe mawa abok makwa dobe mawa hotel go mawa go malanje onu go ehe go madodo aja o manyoba ya je fe okibi bai amonki idaba me male okko ke wona ni gbi o jane wa o ka lugo wa ya mo chi dan ku en lugo u che lobe ye ni ka wona chale luche ma makwa ma luche iti to ma chole igbele ko te port ya je mo ko bidu ki nawo e ko bidu wa na unje wande ya je olo kudu ko bata ko ibi kimuda abuki ikalude o bile ya moda bi mo ti kola en kilugo owu oye ipodo jani ki ojeji ma ojeja iden en kida ko ye ni chenko ne nwachi ya joji nkidega na le ki ji ojeji ki we do jani le en ko wa ki ti chenko ndi gomno ko gichi ko unje ne do ki ne unki aji koko ki ase do jani na che koko chete na abuna chobe che koko chete na ukola de amu che koko chete na amune ma bo ja ne du eche mo je na olu ami opeleke abala ke ka bo gbogbo wa ile gbo ka ni ko ja yo ti aba acheli ateto ba e ko ja ne ko gi ka ko da ma kene ma ka ko unchi kra kene ma ka ko unchi aji kene ma ka ko unchi gala ka ni ke budoka ene ibu na ke to tala takako ta ibu ji the power when he joined on a very final note, my brother, I love to see the word of Bob, the words of Bob Nesta Mali. You see how good and pleasant it will be to see the unification of all Africans. I will translate down to Kogi. What can you do if you become the governor of Kogi State to ensure to reunite the people? Whether you will not see yourself as an open man, I won't see myself as an legal man, we will not see that person as a... What do you think we can do to foster this love, unity, that will make us see ourselves as co-guys and not an open and a pure and
It's pretty simple. What are the factors that unite us? That's why I said I refer to myself as the bridge. You know, pain, poverty does not know your tribe.
Exactly.
Doesn't know your color,
correct,
your dialect,
nor does it know your politics.
Doesn't even care where you live. You know, and that's why I love to ask the question between the success of your party or the success of the state and the success of the state, which one is more paramount to you? So when you drive ethnic agenda, how does that resolve the economic problem of the state, which is a common factor?
That affects all of us.
Yes. And that's why I said I represent the power shift from poverty to prosperity.
No power shift from one tribe to another.
At all.
But shifting power from poverty,
to prosperity.
I think I'll join this power shift agenda too.
You know,
so that we'll
I mean, you're welcome. I mean, with a large, open arms.
Just like you say, poverty does not understand any tribe.
It doesn't understand your language, doesn't understand your tribe, doesn't understand your creed.
The Gala will buy from the same market.
Yes.
Price of fuel is the same.
Exactly.
Cost of transportation is the same.
Those have been governors before now. Are the people from their wards or their local government, are they going to different markets?
Not exactly.
So what's wrong with us? So why do we divide ourselves? Because a few people want to manipulate us into tribal agenda, okay, for the personal benefit.
I agree with you.
If you have something to offer, why not come to the electorate and offer, tell us your vision. I've told you, it's wealth creation through solid minerals, tourism, agriculture, and trade. Start. I'll tell you the how to. So if you have a vision, why not come out to tell the people your vision and how you want to achieve it, rather than hiding? Because we allow a few people to hide under ethnic coloration, to divide the people and say, let's run our tribal agenda. What is the ultimate goal? Is our ultimate goal the success of the state? Or just have somebody from your tribe being the governor? And what does that do for you? What has that done for you before now?
few words, conclude on the discussion. Tell the viewers in the form of brief campaign of what you intend to do, what you want them to do for you, and how you want this to be.
The primary vision is this. I have just one vision. I have one assignment. And my assignment is wealth creation for our people through solid minerals, tourism, agriculture, and trade under the platform of Action Alliance. I'm offering you visionary leadership that will bring about prosperity to our state, that will be able to drive in cash inflow into our economy. That is what I'm offering our people. All I need you to do is to get ready. Go to your neighbors, tell your neighbors about this, that Olayinka Braimoh's vision is for wealth creation. I want to put monies in your pockets. I want to put monies in your account so that you can be free from poverty for life.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Viewers, this is the much you can bring on this program. Like I told you from the beginning of the program, my guest on the program today is a very young man, I can say. Sometimes anyways, maturity really don't have to do with age, but the much you know and how large is the heart. But by look, you look very young. I love referring to you as a very young man.
Thank you.
It's my brother, my friend, and the candidate of Action Alliance. That is Honorable Olayinka Braimoh. You're welcome to the program.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Hope to see you again.
Always at your service.
Good time.
I'm always at your service.
If eventually, by the grace of God, you become the governor,
I will be.
We'll want to meet with you again.
I will be by the grace of God. I am your next governor.
You ask, my name is
Thank you.
I am the pace setter. I do for others to emulate. Here we go. Today. Happy to you. Thank you for being with us.
Thank you.
Mete nebi na balyo memele me wakalo tubo ibo. You are TV, you are TV. Menawa, you are TV. Menawa kalo ina bali ogeta. Iyo buba I eyola ukola ei etete. Menawa kalo tubo ibo. You are TV, menawa, you are TV. Ibo mi kala, you are TV. Menawa, you are TV. You are TV. Ibo mi kala, edunyi medododa. Menawa, you are TV. Adukola pogo, ukole ki wanugo. Ekumene jumeli, bakumene timebo. Menawa kalo tubo, you are TV. Selemabo igala, nebukolo jamalia. Ukole iogu, payuche iogu.
You are TV. Amadou Koleyo Pogo.